do a view of this voter registration center here. Montserrado County District number 12. This is the UCA. Of course, we will be speaking with Montserrado County District number 12 Representative Aspirant Prince Kreplah, who can be here shortly to go through the registration processes. But we coming closer. All right, so this is it. This is Focus on Liberia Television Live. I think the crowd of people outside there are supporters of Prince Kreplah, who is coming in for registration. I don't know what the agitation is outside, but we
District number 12 in Montserrado County, where Representative Aspirant Prince Kreplah is expected to take his voting. So welcome, folks.
No, let them come. They will not stop. They will not go far. So I have everything under control here. So they're not going to register. I am going to register, but they will come and just stop a little bit alone because I got some press people here. And I will go to Thank you.
All right, so this is Focus on Liberia Television.
All of you can inside.
My name is Prince Moba. Prince Kreplah is Representative Aspirant here in Montserrado County District number 12, and he's come to go through the process of registration, and I'm very sure FOA is here to pick up some of the things that are going to be happening here today. So this is the center. This is the So this is how the process works. The gentleman in the chat there with the lady is the registrar. He's the one responsible for this center. He does everything. And this is how it works. So they ask you a question. Place of birth, count your origin, and all kinds of things. This is how it goes on here in Liberia. So Prince Kreplah is a representative aspirant here in Montserrado County District number 12. He's here to go through the process of registration as well. I'm sure he's going to be coming right after the process with this lady ends. He will be coming in for his own process. This is Focus on Liberia TV. My name is Prince Moba. We're here at the UCA Registration Center here in Montserrado County District number 12. Of course, the card will proposing right after the tone print is taken right here. As you can see, this is the process. Two of the tones are used during these processes.
Kreplah.
Kreplah. Phone number, please. 0775-941-823.
Yeah.
Until already. Full date of birth. 7 Which fly reside? Is the father alive? His full name? C. Kreplah. Vancouver.
Yeah.
Is the mother alive? Full name? Keppeh. Any media? Nazi? K-O-R-E. Country of origin? If you sit properly and look at the camera so you can see the picture. Just look at the camera, it flash automatically.
Okay, smart one.
What? Oh, there's you come and see this photo. Like this.
You are going to change it. My eyes will be closed.
I'll close it a little bit. The reason is in white, the viruses they travel. So sometimes they set the camera against a hard time. So I don't know, we take another choice. That is, now when we change. But anyway, you take the camera flash.
Yeah, let's take the last one. Let's take the last one.
Welcome. Lawrence. Oh, okay. Keep looking, please.
All right, So this is how the process works here in Liberia. This is the biometric voter registration exercise. This is how it goes on. You come to the center, you've been asked a few questions about who you are personally. And then they're going to ask you...
Scan up.
Come this way, right?
You stay in the same direction.
Left arm.
Yeah, left arm. And that's one.
Right? Same arm.
That's tongue. Yeah, right. It's okay. Yeah. Eric, can you wait for the sit in the chair there and for the
So we stay here. We will see whether we can chat with
Prince. D. It's a middle name.
The country is just completed is doing our registration process here at the UCA.
Anyone else there?
So if you following, just to bring this view of the exercise here in Liberia. This is how our registration process goes. You have to come to the center, the few questions will be asked, and then you answer them. It's a biometric process, and then the car automatically comes up, and then you do a few things and sound the name, and then of course you get your article and move on. So this is it. This is Focus on Liberia. The man in this video is Mr. Prince Kreplah. He's represented Aspirant for Montserrado County District number 12. And we are in District number 12 today. Tomorrow we'll be to another center, and of course he's on it. Just trying to show his article. So with the media, we just chat with him. So you can do it right. You can go on this song. Yeah. So, Mr. Kreplah, welcome to the press. You have gone through the process of registration today. Just tell us, how did it go? What do you make of the entire process?
I think the process is fair, and it's also a learning curve as well. So I appreciate that, and I'm excited that being able to register. So I'm a legitimate Liberian voter. It means that I have the power to elect the next president, and myself as representative of District number 12 and the next senator of Montserrado County. I'm excited, to be with this huge privilege and opportunity.
Okay, so you are aspiring to be representative of this district number 12. Why is Prince Kreplah? Why do you want to represent the people of District 12? What do you bring here?
So over the years, since the inception of our district, even before it was called District number 12, representation have always been an issue. Everyone who have come to represent our people here, our people always say they have poorly represented them. In my mind, the simple reason is I have viewed all of their profiles and their working history and ethics. They don't have one single thing, the ability to influence. And the job as a representative is a job to influence opportunity on behalf of your people. Squarely advocacy, and many of them that have held this position have never gone through the ranks and filed advocacy. They got no track record of advocacy, and so they have failed over time. I thought that as a resident of this district, somebody who born and grew up here, and with strong track record in advocacy, both nationally and sub-regionally, I thought that I can make myself available for the people of District number 2. I was born right here, I was raised up right here, And so the best I can give to the people of District Number 12 is my skill. And that's something they've been looking for so many decades. So I offer my services to the people of District Number 12 to make them that proud representative that they want in District Number 12.
You traveled to the country, you traveled out of the country to America prior to the commencement of this process. Since you've been out of the country, what have you been hearing in terms of the process?
So look, the process is good. It's, in my mind, an opportunity for the people of Liberia, especially District Number 12, to exercise their constitutional responsibility and patriotic responsibility as well. But what I'm noticing from the process, I think the Election Commission is very transparent in the way the process is so far running. So I think we, the candidates, we are the one trying to corrupt the process. And I think this is unfortunate. The democracy that we look for our country, the democracy our forefathers fought for, where so many people died. I remember women wanted the right to vote. They didn't have the right to vote. A lot of women died because they were fighting for the right to vote. Today, the privilege is now ours as citizens to register and vote, to register and be voted for. The citizens are exercising their right very maturely and professionally. But we, the candidates, we are trying to corrupt the process. What do I mean by that? Across the country, while we're in the United States, and even as I returned last night, every 10 person you call, 9 going to tell you that the people are trucking. That means they are moving people from one location to the other location. What that means is that there will be people electing people and imposing people on people. If you don't live in District 12 and you are put into District 12 to come and register and you vote for somebody here that you don't know, it means that you are imposing that person on the people of District Number 12. I think this is unfortunate. We must condemn this in the strongest term, and I call for stronger policy measures to deal with this situation. This cannot be business as usual. We cannot keep facing this problem for so many decades and we are failing to find solution to this problem. This is not today that this is happening. I contested 2017, we were confronted with this same problem. Some of us did not get elected because we did not truck. The person who got elected was the person who trucked the largest number of people into District Number 12. They got elected and abandoned the people because they were never voted by the people. They don't feel obligated to the people because they know how they got voted. They pay for the services of the people who voted for them. So therefore, they don't feel obligated to the people. When the people vote you, then you feel obligated to them. When another people vote you, those people who voted you are the ones you feel obligated to. So on numerous occasions, elected officials abuse our people because they were not the one that voted them. Look, you trust me, Moba. Look, if you are a candidate, if you trust certain amount of people in a specific district, you will know. When the results come out, you know how many people you trust, the number that makes you win. When you see that number, you match it with the number that you brought versus the one that voted for you. You will know clearly who's to get the credit to. If the number of people you trust in your view after your analysis point to the fact that the people who you brought were the one that elected you, you're going to disrespect the people who you are representing. You will never give the people interest first priority. That's the situation we are faced with now in our country.
Mr. Kreplah,
policy actors have got the full responsibility to find solution to this problem.
Do you have any fear, sir?
Look, I got no fear. So far, the people of District Number 12 that I work with for so long are the ones that are going to be making the decision. I'm already the representative.
There are laws against voter trucking. I mean, the legislature recently amended the election laws. You know, a portion of that talks strongly against voter trucking. That implementation lies squarely in the hands of the policymakers, that is the government, the election commission, the police. What do you have to tell them? Because this is just around Monrovia.
Yes,
out of 5 away counties will be starting next month.
I agree with you that we've always had this problem of lack of implementation. We got a lot of good policies on the board. We got a lot of good laws. Liberia is among few countries in the world that have the best laws and policies. Implementation is always the challenge. We got to implement and enforce those laws. As legislators, when we pass law, we should not only be concerned about passing the law. When you pass law to effectuate certain change. When those changes are not being effectuated, you are under obligation as an oversight responsibility to make sure that those who are supposed to enforce the law. Legislators pass the law, as you have rightly said. But what's wrong? What's stopping them from holding the executive to account for their failure to enforce the law? That's what legislators should be doing. It's good to pass the law, but that's one thing to pass the law. There's another thing to enforce the law. And the enforcement power also is in the legislature. The way you do the enforcement is to oversight very strongly and effectively. That is to hold the executive officer responsible to account whenever they fail to enforce the law that you pass. Okay, when you fail to hold them to account, then you are also failed the Liberian people.
So, Mr. Kreplah, you are a supporter of CDC.
Yeah.
Are you going to be contesting as an independent candidate, or will you subject yourself to the party primary? And in a case where you do not win the party primary, what will be your next move?
Look, I'm very certain that I will contest in the elections come October 2023. There are lots of conversation unfolding right now. I wish I can contest on my party ticket. But the decision on contesting on a political party ticket will be primarily made by the people of District Number 12. I'm holding consultation. My party is the focal point for my party in terms of District Number 12. My party is very happy to allow on the party ticket, but in the same vein, I will be respecting the people of District Number 12. I'm holding a couple of consultations. After those consultations, it will be quite glaring as to what I'm going.
Number 12 upon your return from the United States of America?
It's difficult. I wish I knew what are the controversies, what are the issues.
Some say you have abandoned your people at this critical time of the voter registration process. Some say you went to visit your wife.
Some say what again? That's all? All right, no. Here's it. The first thing that is very important to demystify is that I abandoned the people of District Number 12. No, I did not abandon the people of District Number 12. I have never abandoned the people of District Number 12, and I will never abandon the people of District Number 12. The people of District Number 12 of the passing of the water action decade. The year I was born was the last time they ever review the achievement of every state party. Privilegedly for me, my government and the country gave me the opportunity to serve the country by working to ensure that Liberia is fully represented of voter registration. I wanted to be here, but I weighed the options, the priorities between serving my personal interest, which was to be here and start the voter registration process like my colleagues were on the ground and doing the registration process, versus going to represent the overriding Liberian people, the over 5 million population that we have, which is the best bet. I thought that I should put aside, let go of my personal ego and represent our country and return and contribute to the development. So if I want to go visit my wife and children, I can go there at any time, not the time that government send me to go in.
Finally, I was to tell you for you. I like to, this issue of voter trucking is a two-way street, right? The candidates are responsible. Equally so, those who allow themselves to be trucked are also responsible. As a candidate aspirant in this election and also Liberian citizen, what do you have to tell people who are allowing themselves to be trucked?
I agree with you, and here's a message for the people themselves. Yeah. We have repeatedly cried of poll and bar representation. The reason why we cry of poll and bar representation is because sometimes we leave our places where we're supposed to elect the right people and we go to other places and then they elect for us the wrong people. Then we start to hold people to account, we start to hold the system to account. So I agree with you, it's a two-way street, but the greater responsibility rests on the state. The greater responsibility rests on the government. The government is supposed to provide direction to the people. You get what I'm saying? So if we fail to provide direction and our people didn't know and do the wrong thing, we must first take that responsibility as a state, as a government. Then later on, we can, fix the people. If we were to do massive civic voter education, if we were to have strong programs in place that will discourage our people from allowing themselves to be trucked, they will not be trucked in the first place. So I don't want to dwell too much on the people. As a state, we must put those measures in place that will discourage the people from going to, from allowing themselves to be trucked. And what I feel, we must follow up.
Have you experienced any out of trucking in your district?
Oh yes, it's rampant.
From which candidate?
It's rampant, and everybody that I talk to in district number 12, 3 names keep coming. 3 names keep coming. And look, it's good the press here. I don't do this because I want to bring them to public ridicule, but I do this to inspire them to try to be transparent and accountable. I do this to tell them to be. I want to call is not because I just want to demonize them, but because we want them to, exercise good electoral practice. 3 people's names keep coming. The current representative of district number 12, Honorable Samba, right? Yeah, Honorable Samba. And it's important for us to tell them they got to stop this. If they think they have worked for the people of district number 12, they don't have to truck to get elected. Sure. They don't have to truck to get elected. There are people who are being elected in different districts without trucking. I can name you some of them. So they just need to do the most honorable thing. If they think that we all have worked for our people and our people want us, they want to elect us, let's go in the process on a level playing field. Don't get something in your hand and your friend get nothing in your hand, then you win election, you say you're not winning, the people support you. Exactly. If you do it that way, you could win though, but the people will not support you because they're not you the land. Then your one will have to take the district Kenya on your head. For me, I don't want to take the district Kenya on my head. There are a lot of professional people in the district that we want to use their services. That's why we convince as the people who can represent them. When they see us as the people, the person who can represent them, when we are elected, they will help us to adequately represent the people of district number 2. That not one person can represent the district. What do I mean? You have to come back to the people and consult them on what are the issues that you need to prioritize.
Kreplah, report for an IFN newspaper. I got 2 questions, which is, are you disappointed in the actions of your colleagues who are currently trucking people in the district just for vote? 2, I still a bit corrected. In 2017, you were on the fence, that is, you came at the 2nd or 3rd place to Samba. Do you still see yourself in that range and in the district?
So look, I'm grossly, I'm the number 1, not even the below the belt. But when you check in the district now, I'm the number 1 phase of district number 12. The evidence are there. Good, Sekou is here. Sekou from Heredity. This is where I live. But everybody want to be a quota in the community. You know the reason why they want to be a quota here, all the candidates? Because I'm the major contender here. They feel that the only way they can defeat me is they come to my community and some chicanery politics in my community. They bring cosmetic projects. That's the reason why they run it after. My community is not blessed. Somebody bringing road, somebody bringing water, somebody bringing market. Other people coming paying people school fee because I am here. I'm grateful that they are coming because I am here. Even when I got in the race. So my coming there into the race is now triggering attention to my people. Like some young people here, they get paid every month by candidates. Why you think they're getting paid? Because Prince Kreplah is here. So they got to benefit from my presence. You get what I'm saying? Some people here, they're paying their school fees. Naturally, they wouldn't have come here to pay their school fees. But they're paying their school fees. I'm happy about that. I'm not intimidated by that. That's what I wanted. If I become representative of district number 12, after the 2023 election, trust me, district number 12 will be an enviable district. The whole country will come here to invest here because Prince Kreplah is here. Because I know what thing to trigger. It will worry anybody who is honest. You get what I'm saying? It worries me and it will worry anybody who is honest. And you know why it worries me? It worries me because it's dishonesty. And the new Liberia we are talking about is a Liberia of honesty and integrity. I'm worried that our electoral process is kind of trucking processes. I'm worried that our democracy, we should be exercised and we should hinge on the will of the people. It's not going to be hinging on the way politicians orchestrate. I'm worried about that. That's my only worry. But whether it's better to take the 200 vote, 300 vote, want to truck, then raise, then
desire to punish the trucking people, then